Yeah. Get on in, yeah. Mm. Come on. Start filling up the chat so we can get this video on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Fill up the chat. 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 Come on. Fill up the chat. Come on. Trying to give you all this update. Fill up the chat. 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 Here they go. Okay, so it'll probably start to fill up a little more. So if you haven't been following me, I've been doing a water fast. And I started 2 days ago. I did an intro video after, a few hours actually, after I ate my last meal. Then 24 hours later, almost 24 hours later, I did the results of that fast. Now, full 24 hours later, the results of that 1 day fast. Then another 24 hours later, now I'm done my second day. Okay, so I'm going into my third day. Usually, I've noticed that my third day is usually when I start having BMs again, because mine shut down. Now, it's crazy because I was eating really bad for a few months, and then I went on all fruit, majority all fruit. I would say like 98, 97% all fruit. And I was regular, everything was good, everything's skin was good. And then in the past couple of weeks, I've been eating good, but I've been going back and forth. Sometimes I might stop at a fast food, or I might go out to eat, or something like that. So I don't know where my body is and what's going to happen. But ain't nothing moved yet. Today, I woke up with a face ache like I did yesterday, except my face ache was more severe. I was going to take some ibuprofen for it, so it didn't drive me nuts. But just like yesterday, after I got up, it went away. So that's a good thing. Some people say, well, can you take ibuprofen if you're getting headaches from withdrawal? Some people go on water fast, and the coffee that they drink, that's caffeine, so it causes these withdrawal effects, kind of like an addict would have. So I will tell you that the one time that I did start to fast after going months of eating bad, I had severe headaches, just trying to go to sleep. It was bad. I personally did take ibuprofen, and I was fine, and it helped me go to sleep. But remember, you guys are watching me, and I noticed that a lot of you are like, yo, I'm going to do this with you. I'm going to do this with you. You have to be very careful, because if you've never fasted before, you can have adverse effects, kind of like I did. My skin got extremely dry. I was constipated for months when I was done. I did a 10-day. I did a long fast. I suggest that if any of you are going to start fasting and you're trying to fast with me, I should personally suggest that you only do 24 hours once a week. From dinner to dinner, from lunch to lunch, from breakfast to breakfast, something like that. You eat breakfast in the morning, you don't eat until breakfast the next day. The rest of the day you just drink water. Or you only do 3 days in a row. That's it. And then you try it again maybe the next week or something like that. Or then once a week. Because it can have adverse effects with your body never doing this before and all of a sudden releasing all these toxins at one time. Okay, especially when it's not used to eliminating them. All right. So here's what I look like from the front. Okay. I think you can actually start to see a little something. All right. Here's what I look like from the side, and here's what I look like from the back. All right. See, the back creases are already decreasing. See that? I figure they'll be gone by next week at some point. Totally gone by next week at some point. And my measurements today, and this is the day that I was talking about, how usually in my third or fourth day, my measurements start to look different. And what I'm thinking is, now that I think about it, because I was thinking about how the water decreases, you get rid of excess water and everything, maybe the reason why the measurements change, specifically with body fat, it's not the weight, it's with body fat. Actually, it may be with the weight too. I think there's a point where like my weight stays the same between one day and the next day too. I think that happens too. We'll see. But I think that maybe the fact that you get rid of so much excess water and stuff in your body that maybe it's more of a true reading. That's just a thought. I'm not saying it's true, but okay. So my readings for today. Well, I'll go through the first three real fast. The day that I started the fast, a few hours after I ate my last meal, I ate my last meal at around 1:30 that day, and I did the video late that night. I was 226.2 pounds and 22.8% body fat. And then the next day in the morning, around 9, I think I did my first video for day 1, which wasn't a true 24 hours. So possibly the readings could have been a little bit different, but in my experience, it wouldn't have been that much different. And I wanted to start waking up early in the morning because I haven't been waking up early like I should and getting things done. So day 1 was 222 pounds, even, and 20.8% body fat. And then today, I'm on day 2 of full 24 hours, day 2, 48 hours. I am 219 pounds, 219.6 pounds, okay, and 21.2% body fat. So those are the readings. So between today and tomorrow, I'm expecting, either between today and tomorrow or the day after, I'm expecting there to be funny readings. Maybe my weight doesn't really shift usually takes a person a full 3 days to start to go into ketosis when they start burning fat for energy. Only burning fat for energy, pretty much. Well, the body's going to be house cleaning and doing everything else. So, yes, if you have growths or you have scar tissue and stuff like that, like people realize sometimes after doing fast that all of a sudden they have scars that have gotten smoother. Your body just starts to consume it, absorb it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go as long as I can. What I said in my video, a lot of y'all don't listen, is I said I may have to go 2 weeks. I can see you misunderstanding that. So I may have to go 2 weeks. But I think I might have said or longer. But yeah, it might have to actually go longer than that, My metabolism is a lot slower than it was when I was a lot of your ages, Even when I did my first 10 day, I went from 205 to 179. 205 to 179 within 10 days. That's incredible, right? And back then, though, I was also eating 6 meals a day and all that stuff. So that was excruciating to try and get through. That was just right now I only eat 1 to 2 meals a day. I only eat when I'm hungry, and I usually eat a lot, and I'm a lot of raw vegan type of stuff. Like I'll just buy a bag of apples and eat 5 or 6 of them until I'm full. And I don't want to eat them anymore. And I'll just put them away. You know, maybe if I get the urge to eat later, I might grab a banana. You know, I might buy a whole watermelon, cut it in quarters, eat one in the morning before the gym, one after the gym, one a few hours later, and one a few hours later after that. So I ain't peeing all night. Usually eat it around 9. You know, so I can go to bed around 11 without having to pee through the night. So, you know, but yeah, so there we go. You know, and actually, I think that you can actually see a difference, can't you, between yesterday and today? You can. I know if I can, you can. You know what I'm saying? I live with the body all day long. I'm the one cursed to live with this God vessel all day long. But you, because of this fast, only get to look upon it once a day, unshirted. So, yeah, I always suggest that you guys only, if you've never fasted before, only do one day a week. Pick a day where you'll be able to do it. Excuse me. My days when I am doing one day a week, I usually pick Sunday. That's just me. Sunday to Monday. Um, they tell you to drink about a gallon a day. You know, those um, the bottles that I drink. Uh, yeah, this is what I drink, and I order cases of the 1.5 liters. So yesterday I actually drank 3 of these just to make sure I was flushing everything out. But the majority of the time, I think I'm only going to drink about 2 of them a day. I may drink a little bit more depending on what I need. And when you get hungry, you can also, just make sure you're drinking the water. It'll take the hunger pains away. And, you know, but I really like this water. My skin cleared, got better even when I ate bad. Like this alkaline water really makes me feel good. So I like this water here. Yeah. I know my pee was dark this morning, so and throughout the whole day it was dark. So I was getting rid of toxins and stuff. So about to go into full ketosis mode soon. I'm already getting a little lightheaded. Let's warn you of that. When you do long fasts, you will get a little lightheaded if you move fast. I'm telling you my experience. For me, if I'm laying down and all of a sudden I'm like, damn, I gotta go to the bathroom. I get up real fast. I'm like, woo, hold on, ooh, all right. The walls started closing in on me and getting dark. All right, okay. And that may alarm some of you. Some of you may say, oh my God, that means you are about to die. No, I've been fasting for a long time, but for years. But you have to be careful because fasting, like I told y'all before, because a lot of y'all don't listen and don't watch the full videos when I upload them, so you end up asking me questions I already answered before. Fasting, water fasting, you're not meant to do rigorous exercise. You're not, okay? So this one kid wrote me the other day talking about, well, I play basketball every day. And I'm like, bro, did you even watch the fucking video that you commented on? Huh? You're not supposed to do rigorous exercise. So I told y'all, the Eat Stop Eat ebook, get that. I think it's written by a guy named Brad Pilon, Pilon. Go get his book and read it. Just because you come to a guy that's doing videos every day doesn't mean that you know everything you need to know. There's little details and odds and ends that I'm leaving out because I'm standing up and I'm talking to you guys. I'm not giving a full lecture teaching you on how to fast. And I didn't write all these notes on everything to cover. So there's little different things that you may need to do for you that, are different, than what I'm doing. So, but Brad Pilon, from what I remember, because I read it years ago, but I always remember he said 5 sets of 5, moderate weight, and then you get out. Okay? So maybe if you're doing chest, you might do bench press 5 sets of 5. Moderate weight. Don't go in there killing yourself. Moderate. Because it's only meant to stimulate the muscle so that you preserve more muscle. And besides, I was looking at more stuff like while I'm fasting, your mind becomes more alert and stimulated. So you have a tendency to think a lot, and you think fast, and you think clear. That's why a lot of religions do it, because you have more clear thought. You're able to meditate on your worship and whatever it is that your task is at hand. I notice my thinking is faster. I read faster. I'm more stimulated to do things. And that's because the body ramps up your metabolism, because it's not burning carbs anymore, it's burning fat. So it ramps up the metabolism to burn the fat. Fat's harder to burn than, it's harder to burn than, I believe, than muscle and glucose, the sugars. And then what's I gonna say? Oh, then also releases more adrenaline to keep you going. So it's not a ton. I mean, like, oh my God, no, it's adrenaline. No, listen, your body's meant to fast. Think about caveman days too. Feast or famine a lot with caveman days. Your body's meant to know how to fast. It knows how to do this. You could be, especially when you're hunter gatherers, and you're trying to move from place to place because now you've kind of gotten rid of all the berries and maybe the animals that you might have been hunting and shit like that is no longer in your area. You gotta move. You might have to walk for a few days before you can find an area where all of a sudden you've got food again. Okay, your body's meant to know how to fast. So I suggest that you all do your research on fasting, okay, and come up with your own conclusions. I'm going to keep fasting. I'm not worried about it. I'm not scared of it. I've reaped the benefits many times. I love it, even though it's literally the hardest thing that I've ever done in my life. I like it. Okay, so another thing is, so many people are so hooked on fucking protein. You read a bodybuilding magazine and it tells you need your protein, and all of a sudden, now protein's the best thing. Protein. That's all you care about eating. That's not good to shove all that fucking protein in your body. Your body doesn't even need that protein, that much protein. As a matter of fact, from what I read in the China study, if my recollection is correct, and read up on the China study, very interesting study, and you only need like 0.3 grams, 0.3 of 1 gram of protein to sustain your muscle mass. You guys are eating like 40 grams a day. Here's what I'm thinking personally. I was reading this one book that was talking about how when you look at a plant or even a tree, you put it in a pot of soil, all of a sudden this tree is almost so big you need to take it outside to plant it. How the fuck did that tree go from a seed to something that weighs almost as much as you in that pot of soil that might have been maybe this big? Some people have these potted trees that they put in their house. Exactly. Your body uses a lot, is very efficient, and it can use a lot of the nutrients to build you. Babies, they're being breastfed. They're only being breastfed milk. And they fucking start growing and well, not that small. well, no, those are the preemies. But yeah, baby comes out, you only feed them breast milk, and they're growing and they're growing. You know what I'm saying? It's like how they growing from just milk like that. Just milk. No solid, no nothing. Your body's smarter than what you think. You don't need all that damn protein. That's up to you. You know what I mean? If you're trying to get bigger, I personally still don't believe you need 30 grams of protein. That's just me. That's from my personal experience. That's from me. The fact that I could never drink protein shakes. I hate them. I can't stand the way they taste. And then having to resort to food. And I noticed that I was getting as good or better gains than guys that were on that were drinking protein shakes, I realized that food is just as good or better. Told you I watched. I told y'all, and I put a link before. Just look it up. Like maybe if you put in Tyrone Magnus eat real food, it'll come up because I did a quick reaction to something that what's his name? God damn it, Rich Piana. Rich Piana. You know, one thing I like about him is that he's real. You know what I mean? He's upfront with everything that he does, and hey, whether you like it or not, he's being him. And he was saying, and he was a professional bodybuilder. Well, I don't know if he was ever went pro, but you know what I'm saying. He used to compete and everything. He may have gone pro, I think. I don't know, but anyway, he was like, guys, you gotta eat real food. Now he talks, you gotta eat real food. These protein shakes and this and that, these supplements only give you like maybe 3% maybe this or that. Real food. If you watch a professional bodybuilder and what he eats during what he goes through, they're eating real food. Okay? Fuck all these supplements and shit. You know what I mean? The only thing that I supplement when I am eating is certain vitamins and minerals, because from what I understand, our food is depleted of what you would. So I remember listening to a lecture with one guy, and he was saying that you would eat an apple a day, it has 1/3 the nutrients that one apple would have had 100 years ago. Don't know if that's true, but the more and more that I read, the point is our food is depleted and it doesn't have as much nutrients as it should have. So that's the reason for supplementation. And I do well on supplementation of my my vitamins. I mainly take Vitamin Code. It comes with probiotics and it helps keep a healthy gut. Read up on probiotics and stuff like that. I recently bought another one by that company that doesn't have the probiotics. Okay, I bought this one. And then I'll also supplement things for like my male health. I keep the prostate healthy. This also blocks DHT, so I'm thinning a little at the top. Well, not at the top like some guys, right in the front. I'm receding a little bit, so that helps with that. But it also keeps the prostate healthy. I don't give a fuck. I'll go bald all day, baby. But I think I got my dad's hairline. He's still got his hair in his 70s, but he's like his hairline is to the middle of his head now. It's like to the middle. So I think I have his hairline. I saw a picture of him recently, and but hey, as long as the prostate's working, this bald black man will bust your ass, ladies. You know what I'm saying? Ginseng also for virility and health and all that stuff. Glucosamine, chondroitin for the joints, and turmeric. Turmeric works with inflation, so not inflation, inflammation. Helps keep that down. I tried these. I don't know how well they're really working, but collagen is really good for your tendons and ligaments and your skin. I don't even know if these really did the damn job. I mean, this is some BCAAs. I just decided to try them. And then when I was losing weight and eating all the fruit, I used this. It's supposed to help you burn extra fat. And I do believe it was working. This helps keep your eyes healthy. You know what I mean? Nice, healthy eyesight. I like this company a lot. They sell a lot of organic stuff, and it's not expensive. And then I started experimenting with these, like for just to help keep the body extra alkaline. That same company was having a sale, so I was like, all right, let me get. And this is good. It was good to keep good circulation. So I personally think I'm going to keep ordering this, but I'm going to stop ordering these because I also take Supreme Greens. I absolutely love this. I do. It tastes good, and it gives you so much stuff. Go to their website and check them out. And I think that really takes care of what these give me. Oh, and vitamin D. Most of us don't get enough vitamin D. We're not in the sun enough, and your body makes vitamin D is actually a hormone, and your body makes vitamin D. And a lot of people don't know this is that vitamin D actually made in the skin, and it'll actually be on the skin, and your body is absorbing it over the next like couple of days that you after you make it. So the whole thing with you've heard like that taking showers every day is actually kind of unhealthy. That's one of the reasons why that I've read. Because they're saying that your body doesn't get a chance to absorb it. And in the past, it's not like humans bathed every single day. You know, I'm not talking about medieval times or crazy times where it was like they was bathing once every 6 months. I'm just talking about you know, it's just hunting and gathering. You might not come across a river for a little bit. You know, something I don't know. But I was watching Dr. Oz, and Oz was talking about this bathing every day thing. He said basically, you take a shower, but you just hit the spots that collect aroma. He didn't say aroma. I'm using aroma for comic relief. He said, you hit the spots that collect aroma, and you're good to go. And actually, that works. You don't. I mean, think about it. If you stink, it's something coming from the aroma areas, right? Okay, then. Aroma. That sounds nasty. If you say it like that about your body parts. Smelling good today, though, I'll tell you that. I will tell you, when you fast, I already told you, like, what I did before is I remember, kind of like today, okay, so if I smell my armpits, I don't stink, right? I put on deodorant yesterday before going to the gym, and I don't stink today. Didn't even stink during the gym, during the workout, after the workout, and I don't stink yet. Because I've noticed that the more I eat bad, the more I stink. And I mean fast. Like I could take a shower, get out the shower on a hot day where you're still you're sweating, and be like, why do I still kind of smell something faint coming out of me? Your body does release toxins through your lymph node areas and your sweat glands and stuff, you know? And I'm like, why do I stink? And I just took a shower. Your body's getting them toxins out, and it don't smell good. You know what I'm saying? I notice that I smell phenomenal when I'm fasting and when I'm eating fruit. When I'm fasting and when I'm eating fruit, or fasting and then start eating fruit and only vegetables, like I never stink. And I mean, don't nothing stink, if you get what I mean. Nothing. Okay? My human body isn't meant to stink. It's just a lot of the stuff that we eat we ain't meant to eat, and it make us stink. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. I'll never forget this. When I went to WrestleMania 29, which was in New York. I think that was the one. Yeah, because 28 was in Miami. That was my favorite one that I went to. This was when I was with my ex, and there was this, were they like Lebanese? I can't remember what they were, but they had a cart on the corner, and they would make like, they would shave off like this meat off of some type of meat wheel, and they would give you rice and stuff with this, and the shit was good. And I was eating this stuff like at least once a day. I would just go get it because it was quick. So I was eating it like twice a day. I went to the gym in the hotel, and I left because my ass was stinking so bad. I'll never forget. I was doing the curls for your forearms. So you know when you're in that position, your ass is like right there, And I got up and I was like, is that my fucking ass smell like that? What the? So I went to do another set and then I smelled, I was like, oh my God, that's me. Why am I smelling like this? And I was like, what's the only difference? I think I look at stuff like that. If my skin changes, I get a rash, or if it's something, I'm always like, what did I do different within the past few days? The only thing I've been doing different is I've been eating their food every day. And who knows how that fucking meat was made? It was almost like Spam on a wheel. You had to see it. So this meat probably was full of preservatives and shit. So anyway, I went upstairs to take a shower, and I was like, babe, I gotta take a shower. I stink. And she was like, I was like, yo, I had to leave because I was afraid people was going to be talking about me in the gym and smelling that shit. And she was like, oh, babe, I don't smell you at all. And she was one of them women. They say that women have a sense of smell that is up to 7 times stronger than men. And she absolutely was that woman. Every time we went somewhere, something was stinking. Every single time, what smells in here? What's smelling? Come to my house, what stink? We don't nothing stink in my house because my house is clean, goddammit. You better stop saying my house stink. Just don't smell like yours. I'm saying, don't nothing stink here. But she can smell anything, anywhere. She's a fucking bloodhound. But anyway, I was surprised that she said that I didn't stink. So she's kind of like so say you're her, right? So I walk in and I'm like, babe, like I'm looking right at you, right? So pretend you're her. Yeah, babe, I stink. Oh, I don't smell you. I'm telling you, man, I've got to take this shower. So I walk past her and I'm over kind of like in the corner getting ready to take my clothes off. And she was like, oh my God. And I was like, yeah. I was like, babe. She was like, oh my God, yeah. I said, babe, I got to you in the shower now. Oh, she was just like appalled and shocked at how bad I stank. So your food definitely has something to do with how you smell. Always remember that. You know what I mean? If you're into the whole Kama Sutra and, pleasing each other and experimenting in that area, you will find that a lot of women like to eat a lot of quote-unquote pineapple so that certain regions taste good. Okay, so, and I've noticed that men do it too for other things too. Yeah, so it really has an effect on your body what you eat. Has a big effect, so all right, y'all. I think that's about it. Maybe I'll take a couple of questions. My back is tight. I hate that. My back is always tight. That's where I hold stress in my back. I have to stretch my back a few times a day, and my hamstrings. A lot of athletes are like that too. Hungry yet? No, I go in and out of my hunger. You know what I mean? I was okay last night, and I started getting a little bad before I went to sleep, so I drank a little water and I was good. All right, Jason, you can go to a homosexual fasting channel and tell people that this man is straight here. All right. Look it up, sir. Let's see. All right, so I'm not taking these. Well, not real. Well, I am. I already said it yesterday. Taking concrete. This um, creatine, just to help preserve more muscle mass than I normally would. I don't know how much of a difference it does make. To tell you the truth, it's more about powering through my workouts because I get so fucking tired when I'm fasting that it's you really are like pulling in a lot of willpower to get through these workouts, you know, and maybe some pre-workout if I need it. So that's it. 2 pills, and they ain't got no damn calories, so it's nothing. These are questions on fasts that I'm answering. Cool, Joe. Just make sure you monitor yourself properly, and you know, like I said, do 1 day or maybe 3, but don't go too far if you don't have to. Monitor your body. If you're feeling fine, okay, but like I've read about people that are really overweight, just going on a water fast and then that's it. Like they just keep going and going and going, and it's like, wow, okay, so they didn't react the way I did. Their body chemistry may be different. Their whole diet may be different. You know what I'm saying? So you got to monitor yourself. But some of y'all, the teenagers, and y'all want to do it. You need to, just because a guy that you admire is doing it, and I say that humbly. I'm not trying to be funny. Like you're like, oh, I want to be like Tyrone. I want to, sometimes you just, I've heard in one video I was watching that if you're too young, it can mess with your hormones. I mean, I don't know if that's something you want to do, but. Yeah, fasting helped my sex drive. I know last time I did one, I was a fucking beast when I was done. I did the 10-day. I was like, God damn. I was like, woman, You know what I mean? It was like, it was crazy. How much do you run when fasting? Have you been paying attention to any of my videos? I sleep as long as my body tells me to sleep. I don't set my alarm clock, so I sleep as long as my body tells me to. And my body usually sleeps anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. Although I notice, no, it's not. There's always somebody jumping in here. Let's see. Only if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, there we go. Weird to have to get rid of 2 trolls in a row like that. Let's see here. Oh yeah, let me get rid of this myth right away. People say that when you fast, you're gonna gain. Everybody does that when they're irritated by people that make ignorant comments. When you fast, all that weight you lose, you gain it back plus more. And it's always someone who's never done it before. You only, and the mag means only, gain it back if you go back to eating the same old bad way you've been eating. So if I'm eating McDonald's 3 times a day, and I go, and I'm 400 pounds, and I go on a 30-day water fast, and I come down to 250, I'm going back up to 400 plus more when I go back to eating that, like that. But what if I go on a raw vegan diet where I'm eating melons and berries and bananas and apples and vegetables every day? I'm not going to gain it back. And the body doesn't process calories like you think. Like, the calories in candy are different than the calories in a fucking apple. That's one of the reasons why they tell you can't outwork a bad diet. because the calories are different. It's the way the body processes these foods. Okay, so yeah. So I mean, it's put it this way: there's a lot of good things out there that work for you naturally with health, and there's always the person that's kind of like the person like, I believe in because I know they work because I've done them before, but I just never found. It's kind of funny what you're thinking. You always have multi-level marketing. All right, people try to call them Ponzi schemes, and they're not Ponzi schemes. They're pyramid schemes. If you do your research and you know what they really are, you know they're not Ponzi schemes. Ponzi scheme was just one particular thing that came out, robbed a bunch of people. That's not what it is. But they have made more millionaires in the United States than any other type of business. They work. But if you notice, there's always a few of your friends or one friend that's like, this stuff doesn't work, it's a damn scam, and they never tried it before. Now, I'm not saying that everything that you speak on you have to have tried, but at least do a little bit more research into them, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like that with fasting. People only start blurting out what they've heard, you know what I mean, instead of trying it themselves, or hold on a second. There we go. A lot of y'all getting banned today. A lot of y'all getting banned today. Okay. So people asking me, do I do cardio? I told y'all no strenuous exercise. I'm not going to say it again. Okay? So stop asking me, am I running, am I sprinting, am I skipping rope? Shit, you even got to watch it if you fucking. That can get strenuous. You can't go too hard on her. Shit. I'm speaking in the terms that most people think of cardio. Most people don't think of cardio as just walking, a slow walk down the street. That's also considered cardio, but that's fine because that's something a person would do on a daily basis, is walk. You can walk, but I don't want to see you. Then no. Some of y'all are so worried about somehow skimping on your workout program, losing all this muscle. Look up the research. You don't lose a ton of muscle when you're fasting, even when you don't work out. I'm working out to hasten the process and preserve more muscle than I normally would. I normally wouldn't lose that much anyway. Your body's very smart. How practical would it be? You store fat for energy, correct? And you also keep carbs in your in your muscles for energy, right? How would it make fucking sense from a primal level and for your body to, when it doesn't have food, to eat the muscle? So then when fight or flight comes in, you can't run. You can't defend yourself. You can't do anything. You just wither away. And that doesn't happen when you fast. It doesn't happen. It only happens when you starve, okay? Which there's a difference, okay? Look up the difference between starvation and fasting. Then people ask me, do you purely drink water? It's called a water fast. If you wanted to maybe make some fresh organic green tea, yes, you could do that. But a water fast says what it is. Just like a juice fast, it says what it is. You drink juice, freshly squeezed juices all day. And yes, you're supposed to drink water with it. Drink water too, but you're supposed to drink freshly squeezed juices. Well, on a juice fast, can I eat nuts? God damn, Nikki. It's a juice fast. Did I say nuts? Well, when I'm doing a water fast, can I eat a steak for dinner and then just keep drinking water. I'm not even talking to this nigga no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get questions like that, and I'm like, I'm not calling y'all stupid, but I'm just saying, just think for a little bit, y'all. Just think. We've all done stupid things in our lives or not thought something out before asking a question. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all are like really gung-ho about stuff and you want to stay as strict as possible. So some will say, well, can you chew gum? Yeah, you can chew gum, but it's got like 25 calories per stick. Is that going to fuck up the fast? No. Okay. You'll burn 25 calories walking from here to your car. You know what I mean? Like, and not really, but I mean, come on. You know, it's not going to make any difference, you know, that you're taking in a couple of calories because, you know, like I've done water fasts where the pains to eat have been so bad that I've broken and I've actually drank a glass of like maybe apple juice. Didn't do a damn thing. I felt good and the pain went away and I was able to sleep. Then the very next day I felt exactly the same as when I normally water fast. So it's not gonna, you know, kill you or totally fuck it up to, if your pain is really that bad and it's so unbearable, yeah, all right, go ahead and drink, some orange juice real quick, okay, it's not going to totally destroy you, but, water fast means water fast. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. Well, I'm glad you actually asked that question. Someone just said, do I drink any appetite? Do I take any appetite suppressants? With my fast, like both days, I've had 1 cup of green tea, and green tea has caffeine in it. Caffeine is an appetite suppressant, so and it's natural. So put it this way: if you're water fasting and you want to help out with your appetite, I suggest you drink teas that have organic teas that have caffeine in them. That's what I suggest. I don't even suggest coffee because coffee is really acidic. Um, and I tell you, I drank this one coffee one time. I still got it too. I went to pee and it was so acidic, it burned coming out. And I've never had that happen before. I was like, this is, whoa, like, do I got a disease? I'm saying at that time I wasn't with nobody. So I knew I had no disease. I ain't had no gonorrhea or nothing. No Similac. I mean syphilis. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had no chlamydia. You know what I mean? So, but yeah. So some people will drink green tea all day long when they're on a water fast because of the benefits of green tea, and also has that caffeine that helps suppress that appetite all day. So, you're not really getting the hunger pains like you normally would. All right, y'all. I will see y'all soon. More reactions and other shit to do today. So, yeah. Someone said this watermelon work. You know what's funny? Going on a watermelon diet is actually good prep for going on a water diet because watermelon really is a whole lot of water. And I noticed when I was on watermelon diets, I wouldn't even drink water throughout the day. Like it gave me so much water that I wasn't thirsty. And I would get similar reactions. Like I would feel like I was fasting sometimes. I'd be like, God, the way I feel like I'm fasting. So it's good prep for that if you want to do that. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna chill. Okay. Doing 10 million subscribers.